Hi everyone, Caroline Mathis, Keller Williams, and we're going to take a couple minutes to go over what happened in the Reno Sparks market and Northern Nevada. I've got a couple extra slides for us this month for the month of December. The median sales price stayed just about the same for us this past 3 months. So we went up $5 from October to November. Now the median price in the past 3 months, it's rose to $400,000. The median sales price, this is a little graph that shows you that how we just kind of hung right in there. The lowest one that we had was down in September where we were at $395. But we've bounced back up. Average days to contract. Now this is when you and I sign that contract. We put the sign in the yard and you get an accepted offer. It's going to take us about 61 days to make that happen. Now in the Reno Sparks area, we're down by 1 day from last month in October. But back in May, that's when the market started going really crazy and everybody's going, I can get top dollar, because it was only 37 days from the time we put that sign in until you accepted a contract. Gone up a little bit. Average days to contract per price. Interesting, the 300 to the 399 took about 54 days to come under contract this past month. 400 to 499, 62 days. And then I skipped over 600 to 750. It still took 58 days for them to go and get under contract. In that price range, 600 to 750, we had 33 homes sold. 400 to 499, 103. And then our largest amount of homes sold, price range, was 300 to 399 at 160 homes sold, just in that price range in the month of November. Active inventory by month with new sales, we can see that we're dropping down just a bit as far as our active inventory. Holidays are here. Not as many people want to move voluntarily. Those that need to move are going to put their house on the market. The month of inventory for houses for sale, we've kind of gone through this one. You can see in August we had 1 1/8 month of inventory. That are homes that are ready to have an offer put on them. Now we're up to 2.3 months of inventory. Months of inventory for sale price, you can see that the 300 is about 1.6, the 400, 2 months of inventory, the 600 to 750, 3.4 months of inventory, the 1.5 plus inventory, we have 13 months worth of inventory. We talked about a balanced market. Last month, we had just a couple that just were right in that. Balanced market is normally about 4 to 7 months of inventory. We've dropped back down. That 100 to 199 was one house that sold. Took it about 4 months to go and get sold. This is an overview of all of the United States. I thought that might be interesting for everyone else. You can see they are a month behind, because how do you get all those states to give us all the information that we need? But across the United States in the month of October, we had almost 4 months of inventory. So the rest of the states, a lot of the states are in a average market, kind of a normal market. We're good. We have a lot of people coming into town, so ours is lower. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a minute and look at our communities in Northern Nevada. The first one we'll look at is in Sparks. Median price for month of November rose 1.5% to $370,000. The inventory that we had was down 16% to 281 homes on the market. If you look at this graph, it'll also show you the inventory that we had last year. we are down approximately 27% from the inventory we had last year at this time in 2018. The interesting caveat on this is we were up 21% as the number of contracts that were written this year versus last year. Market slowed down quite a bit in November. I don't remember why, but it did. The number of homes that we have, if we never put another home on the market in Sparks, we'd have 2.3 months of inventory. Now we'll run over to the Reno market. Median price dropped just ever so slightly. Now the median is $413,405. The number of properties that we have are 723. We followed suit with Reno as well. We're down a little over 20% from what we had in 2018. But again, the number of contracts that we wrote compensated for that, and we were up a little bit more as far as that goes. Again, the amount of inventory that we have is 2.3. If that would be that another home in Reno would not be sold. So let's head out to Fernley and see what they're doing. Their median price is $273,250. The days to contract is shortened by 40 to 48 days. The number of actual units that they sold or homes that they sold was 48 as well. It rose 20% from October. There's a lot of building going out in Fernley, so that may be an indicator that, and at that price range, almost everyone can get a single family home, not having to move into a condo or townhouse or rent. This might be the place to start, get some equity, and then come into town if that's what you choose. I'm going to throw in Carson City. It's kind of interesting. They're just right down the street from us, as we all know, 30-minute drive, and we're in Carson City. Their median home price is lower, of course. It's down to $350,000, but it is up from October's by $10,000. That's a pretty good jump. The number of homes they sold was 43. That's down from 69 in October that they sold. And the days to market is right about what we're doing here in the Reno Sparks area, about 67 days that a home goes on or goes into contract. I wanted to touch base also with those first-time home buyers that are looking on trying to get into something. You may consider a condo or a townhouse. While the most important thing that you need to look at before you even fall in love with the house itself is look at those HOAs. They can fluctuate, and most of the time they only go up, but that's included as the HOA payment that you make every month is included in your house payment. So while their median price is $230,000, you need to add another $100, sometimes $300 a month to your house payment just because of the HOA fees. Please call me and let me know if you have questions or if you have your heart set on one townhouse, because then what we'll do is we'll do some figuring and making sure that that's going to fit in your budget. We have inventory keeps on going down. There were only 76 new listings that came on the month of November, and our inventory is about 181. And that is all of Reno Sparks, out to Stead, down to South Reno, everywhere, all right? Call me and we'll figure out how close I can get to your payment amount to see if you should move forward with that condo that you've just fallen in love with. I just want to touch a little bit in regards to mortgage rates. The interesting thing, I was listening to a podcast and they said, while the average price has increased, your buying power is still good because the interest rates have dropped. Last month, 3.68. I mean, yes, you have to have a really good credit score and a good history and a fairly good job, but 3.68 can get you into a home, the upper 300s into the 400s. You need to call me and say, Caroline, what can I do with what I have? We can play with numbers, and then of course I will refer you to my lender partners, and they can make sure you're pre-qualified, and we'll be finding you a house in 2020. I wanted to just overview really quick. They're anticipating or projecting that for the better part of next year, we're going to be in the 3.6, 3.7 interest rates. How about that? That would be amazing. Now, I can't tell you if there's going to be any changes with the elections or a nature thing, but let's just hope that we can stay at these interest rates. You still have really good buying power. Next month, in January, we'll be going over December's numbers, this month's that I'm filming, and then we'll also do a recap as to what happened all in 2019. Let's see what we did, what I kind of thought was going to happen in 2019. We'll do and see how much my projection matched up to what's actually happening in December of 2019. We'll also go and look at the crystal ball and see what we can figure out as far as how close we'll get with 2020 vision for the year 2020. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, that you're celebrating it with family, friends, and people that mean the most to you. I can't wait to see you the new year, and I hope that all your dreams come true. Isn't that corny? Happy December, Merry Christmas.